What's up guys? Today I'm going to be going over a few things that I think are very important when you have a new client in your chair or when you just have a client in your chair in general. It's very important that we emphasize these things that I'm about to explain in this video. So stay tuned, and these are the things that you are going to take with you. That way you build a big clientele over time and you keep a client happy over time. So let's get right into it. One thing that's really important when you're cutting a client's hair is the consultation, because sometimes the client wants a low fade, sometimes the client wants a mid fade or maybe a high fade. And if he asks for a mid fade and you give him a high fade, then you didn't give him what he wanted, and you gave him what you wanted because you thought that's what you thought looked best versus what he actually wanted, and then that's when the client doesn't come back. So if you want the client to come back, always make sure that you're giving him exactly what he wants, whether it's low, whether it's mid, or whether it's high. Or even when he asks for a taper, it could be a low taper, a mid taper, or even a high taper. And another thing I see a lot is when it comes to the back, some clients want it rounded in the back, some clients want it square, and then some clients want it faded. Me as a barber, I personally like faded always as the best option, but some clients want it round or they want it square. And if that's what they want, that's what I'm gonna give them because they're asking me for it, and that's exactly how you get them to come back. So he asked me for a mid fade, and that's what we're gonna do today. So let's do it. So it's very important to ask him questions during the haircut as well. If you forgot to ask him a question during the consultation, like when you get to the beard, you could ask him, do you want it faded on the side or do you want it pointy? Or you could ask him, do you want to keep your beard thick or do you want to go really short? You know, all these things that you ask the client will help you execute the perfect haircut that he wants. Another very important thing is some clients, they get irritation on their skin when you use the foil shaver. So you need to ask them, do you know if this foil shaver will cause you irritation? Because if it does, you just want to use the trimmer when you're doing the fade. You don't want to use the foil shaver, because if you use a foil shaver, you give him bumps, he'll be mad, you get a bad review, and then that's not good. So always keep that in mind. Make sure to communicate with the client at all times, and make sure you know everything he wants. Another important thing that you want to keep in mind is skill and communication with the client. You got to kind of feel the vibe on the client. Some clients, they come here and they don't really want to talk. You know, they're either in a bad mood or there's a lot going on in their head, especially if they're businessmen. You know, those people are always thinking. So what you really want to do is kind of feel the vibe. Ask a few questions like, where are you from? Or do you live around the area? What do you do for a living? Stuff like that. And just by their response, you can kind of know if you want to keep on with the conversation or if you just want to shut up and give them a clean haircut. A lot of barbers are really good at what they do. Like, they give out super crispy fades, but at the end of the haircut, he doesn't even know the client's name. The client doesn't know his name, doesn't know how to rebook with him, and there's no way to get a haircut with him again. It's simply because the client doesn't remember him. So ask a few questions, you know, vibe a little bit, get to know him, and also give a crispy haircut. And if it's not that crispy, as long as you gave him a good conversation, he'll remember you and he'll probably come back to you. Those two go hand in hand. So another thing that I think is very important is going above and beyond for your client, using stuff like aftershave cologne when you're done with the haircut, or even a beard oil for the beard when you're done with the haircut. That way, you know, the client comes out smelling fresh, feeling fresh, the beard coming out soft, feeling good, and he'll remember you for that. So go above and beyond. He's gonna say, damn, my last barber didn't do that. You did it. So that's a plus that you could add to your service. Another thing you guys could do to go above and beyond for the client is always style the hair after the haircut. Me personally, I like to use a level 3 spider wax. This, in my opinion, is one of the best ones. It smells great, styles great, and I like to use a tooth comb after I add it. That way I could comb it really nice and the client feels fresh. If he has like a business meeting or something like that after, or an event, then he comes out looking good and sharp because it's right after the haircut. It's styled by you as the professional, and he's gonna appreciate that. So there you have it, guys. From consultation to your skills plus your vibe with the client, going above and beyond with the client, and finishing it off with letting him know where to book their next appointment with you, and also asking for a review. You do these things while your new client is in the chair, and I guarantee you he'll be coming back to you, and he'll be giving you referrals, and your clientele just goes up and up and up, and your salary goes up as well. So if you guys like this video, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.